What going on? For those of you who don't know who I am, my name is TJD Burford, and I'm going to be king of the Matrix. You clicked on this video because you suck with discipline, or you suck with keeping your word to yourself. This is your problem. You only get stuff done when you're motivated. If you're going to be disciplined, you cannot rely on motivation. Let's just go ahead and get that through your head right now. Forget about motivation. Motivation is a enhancer. It's great, love to have it, but if your success is contingent upon having motivation, you're not gonna make it very far. If I only did stuff when I felt like doing it, I would get nowhere. Because to be honest, I'm a very lazy person. There's not really like a lot of stuff I like doing, especially when it comes to responsibilities. The outcome that I want for my life, there's a certain pathway I have to take. So it doesn't matter what I feel like. You're not a girl. Just stop talking about feelings. It doesn't matter what you feel like. You have to come up with a plan and you stick to it regardless of what you feel like. That's the only way you're going to get stuff done. Look at the world. You think the world was built simply because people were motivated? Yeah, they had motivation at the start. The first person to build a plane, you know how many people probably died test running it? I'm sure they lost motivation then. But they had a dream, had a plan, and they kept on executing regardless. Now let's talk. What is discipline? Discipline is essentially doing what you said you would do regardless of your mood, regardless of how you feel. And it doesn't have to be perfect. You just have to show up. There's a lot of times where I do not feel like going to the gym at all. I work 16.5 hours a day and I still make time to go to the gym. Sometimes I come home and I'm just dead tired, but I still show up. Even if you go to the gym and you literally just do one set and you come home, that's good enough. You still clocked in. But just don't give up. Just don't completely forget about it. You have to show up day in and day out even when you don't feel like it. That's how you build a habit. Once again, it does not have to be perfect. You just have to show some type of effort. You need to automate your life. If you're going to be successful, I'm pretty sure I heard of this topic in a book called Atomic Habits. Essentially, he's talking about just make things convenient for you. Like, if you know you have to get up to go to the gym the next day, lay out your clothes the night before and put it in front of the door. So there's no way you could leave the room without seeing your gym clothes in front of you. Hell, go to sleep in your gym clothes if you have to. So when you get up, it's like, well, you're already in it now. Just remove extra barriers. Sometimes I don't even go to the gym with shoes. I go to the gym in my slides, just like this. And I'll get a whole workout done simply because sometimes for me, putting on shoes is just too much extra effort that I don't feel like doing, especially when I don't feel like going to the gym. So I'll just get up, I'll go in my pajama pants, maybe grab some shorts and just go on my slides. The point is, I'm still showing up. It doesn't matter what I look like. I'm still showing up. So remove any extra barrier that makes the habit that you're trying to do hard. Let's talk about meal prep. It would also be another good example. Eating healthy. What I do is, if you can't meal prep, they have meal prep companies out here. You can just order food, some as low as $10 a meal. Order your week meals. So now, if you're feeling lazy, you don't even have to go cook. The food is already ready. It's already meal prep for you. You literally just have to heat it up. Make it as easy as possible to get the job done. You should be roaming on autopilot. When you're in a state where you're just getting everything done on autopilot, not even having to think about it, you're gonna go very far. Make it harder to quit than it is to continue. I'm gonna keep using a lot of the gym examples because physical fitness is just something I'm very big on, and it's an easy example to pull from. Say you work overnight. Actually, this is what I do. I work overnight, right? When I get off work, I'll just drive straight to the gym sometimes. If you ever work overnight, you have like this feeling of insomnia. Sometimes when you get off, you might not be able to go straight to sleep. So I know I'll be up for about at least an hour and a half doom scrolling. So instead of doom scrolling, I'll just drive to the gym. Now I'm here. Might as well get the workout in. Another thing you do when it comes to posting videos or any plan, tell somebody about it so that you're held accountable. If you tell them about the plan, you fail to execute, you'll be left with this feeling of embarrassment or this feeling that somebody's judging you for not doing what you said you'll get done. So make it harder to quit than it is to continue. It's going to suck. I mean, just put it in your mind that it's gonna suck. Like, this shit's not gonna be sweet. A lot of times the road to success, it is simple. It's not always easy, but it is simple. If it was easy, everybody would have these results, everybody would be successful, but everybody's not. If you wanna move away from the 99% lifestyle and start living like a 1%, you have to realize it's not going to be sweet. You have to live like nobody is willing to live right now, so you can live how nobody will be able to live later. There's this narrative that you have to go through hell before you can finally be successful. No, you can still have fun while being on your way to success. I'm sure there's things that you rather be doing than waking up early to go to the gym, than taking a cold shower, than eating healthy, than calorie counting, than skipping parties and skipping the club, than reading books. I'm sure there's mad things you'd rather be doing. But just put in your head right now that this journey to success isn't going to be sweet all the time. Fix my hat real quick. Do not negotiate the price of success. Do not negotiate with yourself. If you went into the store and you tried to order, if you went to Louis V and you tried to order a bag and you try to negotiate with the cashier the price, they're gonna let you silly as hell. And that's exactly the same type of mindset you need to have when it comes to your goals and the life that you're trying to accomplish. You cannot negotiate the price of success. If you're supposed to be up at 7 o'clock, you get up at 7 o'clock, you do it now, and you do it then. No, I'm not gonna get up I'll get up at 8 o'clock today, but then I'll get up at 7 o'clock tomorrow. No, we're not doing that. You already decided that 7 o'clock was the time, so it doesn't matter what you feel like, you just do it. You need to stop operating as if there's a choice, as if there's the other way of doing things. No, there is no negotiation. This isn't a car sale. This is your future bloodline we're talking about here. You cannot negotiate the price of success. Focus on identity, not the outcome. What I mean is, focus on the person that you're becoming doing these habits. The success is the byproduct. I'm going to the gym. You go to the gym, you start losing weight. Losing weight is the byproduct of you being the person that gets up every day and goes to the gym. You go run, you start to see your times start dropping, you start running faster times. That is simply just a byproduct of you being the person that gets up and goes on a run every day. You invest money in your Roth IRA. All of a sudden at the end of the year, you got a 10, 20% return. That is just a byproduct of being the person who continuously deposits money and invests it into his Roth IRA. Success isn't always steady. It isn't always consistent. Sometimes you may have to take 3 steps back before you take a couple steps forward. So if you're purely goal-oriented or outcome-oriented, I should say, being disciplined is going to be very hard. So just focus on the type of person that does the task even when they don't feel like it. Keep your promises to yourself. Keep your promises to yourself. I mean, this is very important because it has a lot of micro effects that you don't always realize. When you keep your promises to yourself, you actually start to notice your confidence go up. When you don't, obviously your confidence goes down. Let me tell you why. Because when you don't keep your promises to yourself, you can't trust yourself. Now you're like, okay, I said I would get up this, but I said I would take this cold shower, but I never did. So how can I trust myself to go talk to that girl I was trying to talk to? Or how can I trust myself to go on this job interview that I'm supposed to go to? How can I trust myself to do this, to learn this new trick I'm trying to learn? When you can't even keep your promises you can't even trust yourself to do what you said you were gonna do. How would you feel if you continuously ask somebody to do something for you and they agreed, but time after time again, they never get it done? How would you feel? you will start to get annoyed with that person, right? Exactly. It's no different than when you make deals with yourself. Most times, people disrespect themselves. They have no problem disrespecting themselves all the time. Not taking care of their body, not keeping their promises, not doing what they need to do to build their life. You have no problem disrespecting yourself. Why would somebody else respect you? Why is it not okay for somebody else to disrespect you when you disrespect yourself? You have to keep your promises to yourself. If nobody else, you must keep your promises to yourself. It's a non-negotiable. If you like the video and you want to see more videos like this, and you want to stay disciplined, and you want to level up, and you want to just self-improve, hit the like button, help somebody else out, subscribe. TJ Burfy, King of the Matrix, man. I'm out.